Hey, beautiful people. This is another installment of Suffering from Success. I'm your co host, the Negro Wizard, also known as Slim Two Times. And
Uh, Trevquelous Wallace Jamal Jr. Bunquarius the third.
the third. And we gonna do some podcasts
We're doing it live this time.
live and in person.
It's a different setting. Very different setting.
Are we gonna get different results though?
I don't know. It's been been a while.
Long time. When's the last time did we post?
I have no clue. I'm about to look for my notes.
Last time we posted was a month ago.
Hate that.
Oh, I wish I had the exact date. November 4th. So almost 2 months.
Damn, 2 months.
2 motherfucking months.
Well, there's just been a lot of shit happening.
Colleges, schools, and things. People and things.
And fucking. Well, my notes are gone.
Damn.
Yeah, all the notes that I think are gone.
They might have synced up. Hopefully they synced. That would be fucked. That would be inconveniently timed fucking.
Yeah. I see some stuff here.
We gotta take what we can get at this point. Did you get another food blanket?
Yeah, I got a new burrito blanket and a pizza blanket for Christmas.
Pizza.
Anyways, the only thing I got is they didn't give me all my notes back, but there's one that says, "When are you considered mature?" Is it age?
Nah, hell nah.
What does it mean?
Definitely not.
To be mature.
Let's get a definition quickly, and then we'll compare the definition.
IT guy.
I typed a definition into my search bar.
Def.
Mature, fully developed physically, full grown, or two, the second definition being having reached the most advanced stage in a process.
Damn. So you're never really mature if you're doing life right.
I guess, but
I guess physically, yeah, but
yeah,
if you're mentally doing life right, you should never really
the
be mature.
most advanced stage. I feel like we're misusing that word
Yeah.
loosely, using it very loosely.
When are you considered mature from like society's, that definition of maturity? Like, oh, he's immature.
I think it's just, I think now how we use mature is just like he's mature compared to his peers. Their peers, they are mature compared to their peers.
Yeah. But you can be old and be immature.
Yeah, because you're not as mature as other old people, other people your age.
Yeah, I guess.
Maturity is very important. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, I don't know. It's hard. You got to balance it though, because you don't want to be too not mature, but like you don't want to be too. What's the word? Serious. You don't want to be too serious in life. Take shit seriously, but you gotta have fun. Like you gotta. Otherwise, you're not living. You know what I mean? You gotta enjoy what you're doing.
For sure. But I think it's not difficult to be mature and serious at the same time. Like to be mature and still, be able to let your hair down, have some fun, smell the roses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, life's gonna pass you up, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be over before you know it if you never stop and smell the roses.
Yeah, I don't know. I try and. I'm a schedule guy. That's how I do my
I
shit.
can't fuck with those schedules, man.
It keeps my shit in order. Make sure it makes me feel right at the end of the day. Like, oh, I know I've progressed and I've had fun. Like, I have 4 hours of fun every day.
It's definitely understandable. Like I'm not anti-schedule. I just don't operate at maximum capacity with a schedule instilled. I don't know. I like to be able to. My life is a little more fluid than most, I would say, which has its pros and its cons. But everything has its pros and its cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like to go with the flow, man. I like to see where the wind takes me.
Yeah. I like to control.
How do you think having a schedule affects your outlook on life?
Like when I don't have my schedule, I get a little like anxious. I get like I just feel like I'm not progressing, and then it makes me like kind of lose a little bit of confidence. Like, damn, like I'm not progressing. So then I start seeing shit. Like I start being hypersensitive to like, damn, I'm not as far as in life as that guy, or I'm not doing as good as that guy, this guy. Like I want to be the best.
That's understandable, because who wants to be a fucking loser? Who wants to be mediocre at what they do? Not me. I don't know about you niggas, but not me.
Hell no.
Do you think if you didn't have anxiety, you would still be as schedule driven?
Probably not as much.
But you would still be a schedule nigga.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But my schedule is not, like, tight. My schedule is only tight because I'm doing a lot right now. But, like right now, I got a week off. Like, my schedule's... I still have a schedule, but it's just a eating schedule. Like, it's just little shit. Like it takes 30 minutes to eat. I gotta eat anyway. So I might as well be eating the right shit.
That's true.
And then I just throw the workout in there.
What time is it?
Then I wake up at the same time every day.
It's 7:02. I haven't eaten today. 7:02 p.m.
Goddamn.
Yeah. When I called him, I was like, "Hey man, where you at?" He was like, "I'm at Kanko." I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I fucking told him. I didn't tell him, but I was
bro.
thinking it. I was like, damn, Scotty's gonna want to eat.
Hey man, you should ate at the crib. I've been there all fucking day.
We can get something later.
That would be preferable. I was thinking about getting some Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie.
Your car unlocked.
Yeah.
I hope the mic picked up.
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but Nick just signed some stupid shit. I don't even know how to explain that.
I think I made a car noise.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Your car unlocked. Vroom, vroom.
We was talking about eating, meal plan.
Yeah, meal plan. Yeah, I love my meal plan. Without it, I just feel like I'm not eating the right shit. And I went on it. I didn't even do all of it yesterday. I only ate some of it. And I gained I gained 3 of my 5 pounds that I lost in the last week down. Last week I lost 5 pounds. I said that's stupid. Last week I lost 5 pounds. Yesterday I gained 3 of it back.
I wish I could meal plan. I just don't. I don't know. My life is too fluid to meal plan. Like I'm always.
Yeah.
You know, like I never have the same amount of time every day. Like I'll fuck around and wake up at 2 p.m.
See, that's what I like. I like waking up at the same time. Like I like getting more sleep. I always get more sleep on weekends, but like I still wake up at a certain time on a weekend. It's just a later time.
I wake up whenever the fuck. Not sleeping anymore. Like I'm not gonna set no alarm. I'm not gonna do no shit like that.
I want to get that alarm that like it's a light.
I could appreciate it. Huh?
That bitch is good.
What is it?
It's a cookie. I want to get this a light, and it like, it doesn't make a noise. It's just a light.
That shit would not wake me up. I would be fucking asleep.
I want to get that.
I've only been woken up by the sun like 5 times in my life. Like fell asleep with my curtains open. The sun, it has to hit me in the face though. Like it can't just be bright in the room.
Yeah, it has
to
hit me in the face.
Has to be on my face to wake me up.
Yeah, I agree. But it wakes me up.
But like even like
I got white eyelids.
That probably does. Do you think that really like makes a difference?
I think it does, because when you close your eyes, I think it makes it some of a difference, not a lot. Like if we were in the sun and we both closed our eyes and looked at the sun, we're both seeing red.
Yeah.
But I see red, like I don't see red right now. But if these lights were all the way up, because they're dimmed right now, I'd probably see a little red.
I'm seeing like a brick color right now. You know, like the color of a brick.
Yeah, like yeah. What color is that?
Brick. Burgundy. It's kind of like the color of this. Like this is kind of the color I see when I close my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, the people listening can't see that, but it's like a nice burgundy color.
Maroonish.
Maroon. I hate that fucking word. It's navy red.
Navy red.
Yeah, and olive green is navy green. I was trying to explain this to my mother, and she was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, okay, navy blue is a thing, but why'd they stop at blue?
I don't know.
Every color has a shade that can be considered navy. Like mustard yellow, that's navy yellow all day.
I reckon.
It's like they all have this, like there's something similar about all those colors.
I suppose. But let's get deep, man. Fuck this small talk. Let's get deep. What do we want to talk about? Something deep. We always get deep in every podcast. Let's get to it.
Nothing's really been happening to me.
Shit's been happening to me.
Well, let's hear it, man.
I mean, we've talked about it, kinda.
Yeah, but they haven't heard none of that.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I was saving a lot of that for the podcast, but it just didn't happen, so I was just like, fuck, I guess I want to talk to him about it. But, what was it? I kind of resolved a lot of it this week. I realized I was anxious. I was really anxious last week. I realized a lot of it was coming from just my lack of schedule last week.
Okay.
And, bro, what the fuck is that? My lack of schedule, like, just like, I don't know, there was just a lot going on. It was fucking with me. Lack of sleep, a whole bunch of shit. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, since the last podcast, I don't know. Since, he must be seeing this.
The game?
Yeah. But since the last podcast,
I was about to say, he does not fuck with that shit.
I've been, I got a girlfriend, guys.
He did it.
I think in the last podcast, I'd mentioned. No, wait. In the last podcast, I just met her. Yeah.
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 Cause I remember, he was like, she's not my girlfriend or anything. Not yet. I was like, yet?
Yeah.
It was inevitable though.
Yeah.
Fucking lover boy.
I do love hard, man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It bothers me sometimes.
Why?
Cause it's like I never know, like I always kind of have to assume that I like them more than they like me. Well, I've never really loved a girl. Like I've never been in a long-term relationship till now. But like I've had little flings where I like kind of started to like them, and it was quick. And I realized, like, damn, why am I liking her so quick? Like, I shouldn't like her like this quick.
That's happened to me one time.
But now I found a girl worth liking.
No, it's happened 2 times.
I found a girl worth liking, and
That's
I like her.
That's fun. That's fun right there.
Exactly. And I like, I'm loving her. But, like, I don't know. Like, I know she likes me back. Obviously, she wouldn't be with me, right? But, you never know to the extent. I guess that's part of the fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been in, a couple relationships. I've loved some hoes. It's not really hard for me because I had so much control over my emotions. But it's only gotten away from me one time, like since the beginning of my evolution. And I was like talking to a shorty, and I was just noticing that the effort was one-sided. I'm not gonna say it was one-sided, but like the scale wasn't balanced.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's when shit gets wild.
I don't think with old banana. That's what we're gonna call her.
Miss Banana.
With old Miss Banana, I don't think it's one-sided. I don't think the scale is unbalanced. But I think I worry about it sometimes, even though I should. Like when I get anxious, like
scale tipping.
Yeah, when I get anxious, that shit comes in my head, and then I start like I get so anxious that I kind of project things that aren't there like that.
Yeah, but it's like at a certain point, it's like, what can you do?
What do you mean? Yeah, that's what normally calms me down.
Yeah,
on that.
that's why I have so much control over my emotions.
And yeah, I have more control than most people, but I will say I do love hard. Like it doesn't affect my thought process or anything.
Just speak.
Tapping your controller might fucking pick up on the mic.
Oh.
It was happening in like one of the first episodes. But we was just talking about you have more control over your emotions than most people.
Yeah, but I definitely, when it comes to like loving a girl, it's really only that emotion. It used to slip me. That used to slip me. It never has ever, even when it slipped me, like even when it like caught me off guard and like affected the way I thought, it has never like affected the way I react. You know what I mean? Like I always think objectively eventually. The objectiveness kind of hurts because I want to think irrationally because I'm in love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Because when I was, talking to that one shorty, I was like, yo, this bitch stupid, bro. Like, what, why can't she see, like, my thought process was, why can't she see what this could possibly be? Because I realized the potential. But I was actually just telling somebody this the other day that, it's okay to see potential in people, but you can't force them to achieve it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is what it is at the end.
It is what it is.
Unfortunately. And that can be hard to accept that, to have to come to terms with that.
It is.
Like, it's like, damn, bro. Like, if only you knew how much I fucked with you type shit.
Yeah, but when I get anxious, it's like, I want to, it depends on there's different kinds of like anxiousness for me. Like sometimes I don't know if I talk about it on a podcast, but there's like that itchy one. Where it's
Do they have different triggers?
Sometimes, yeah, I guess they do.
Like, do the different types have different triggers? Like, are they correlated?
Yeah, but some types are, I don't know, like I'd have to go through them. Like the one that is like really distinct from the others is the itch. This one doesn't bother me at all. Like this one's useful. It's just a minor itch. Like it's like an itch in my brain that I can't scratch unless I do some productive shit. It's like that's just me being hard on myself deep down. Like damn, like you're not doing shit today, and then I get a little like, and I could live with that. Like if I don't do anything, it's not gonna bother me that much. It's very minor. Like on a scale of 1 to 10 on the anxiety scale, it's like a 1, maybe a 2 at most. And that only happens if like for 4 or 5 days I don't do nothing. Like if I'm on a vacation or something, I'm out, I know I'm on vacation, so it doesn't bother me.
Right.
But if I'm like I got days off and I don't work out, I don't eat, I don't do nothing except for play the game, that's another thing. Then I'll get that. Then there's like then it just kind of comes in the spectrum where it's weird. But there are certain triggers. But lately it's been a lot like sometimes it's me overthinking. And right now I always like to think. Sometimes it gets ahead of me. And I start thinking about shit in a weird I don't know, like I just think too much. And then I want to fix shit. Like I like to think about productive shit to fix.
Right.
So and right now one of my favorite things going on in my life right now is my relationship. So
I feel like that's how it should be.
Exactly.
It should be one of my favorite things in your life.
Yeah. But there's nothing really to fix. But that's where the problem is, because there's nothing to fix. I start looking for shit to fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not there. And then I start convincing myself that shit is there. And then I have to realize oh yeah, I'm tripping. I'm anxious.
That's probably gay.
Yeah, that is annoying. But that comes from another anxiety attack. It'll come from something that triggered it, right? That was kind of understandable. And my anxieties, it doesn't get that bad. I can shut that shit down quick these days. I've learned how to, just get rid of it. It's not even there really anymore. But then when it leads into that, that's when it gets weird. When it like infiltrates my thought process,
Yeah.
that's when I get a little like shit, and then it makes me more anxious because I'm like not thinking like me, which is logically. And then it's hard to think logically about my relationship because I like her. I mean,
It's
I
a
love
vulnerable
her.
position.
Yeah, I love her and I'm vulnerable. So that's another thing. Saying I love you, that's the one thing I want to, that's like the next step. But I don't know when that's good.
It's good when it feels right.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I've wanted to say it so many times, man.
It's just, I don't know.
I don't know if I'm ready for that vulnerability. Like, I do love her, but
I don't know. I think it's not gonna get much more like vulnerable for you.
yeah.
Cause she already knows your kryptonite. It's like, what else could she...
What is my kryptonite?
Anxiety?
Yeah.
What else could she possibly know that could... Well, unless she knew the fucking... The incident of 2020, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she knew that.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows
Except for
that.
you probably know. But we don't talk about it.
I have a fucking hypothesis.
Yeah.
I wish you would
You've
tell me,
got
but
the answer.
I'm not gonna force
You've
it.
got the answer. We just don't talk about it.
I want to know so bad.
I know.
I wanna know
It bothers
so
her
bad.
too. It bothers her. I remember we were on like this really like when we were first starting.
Yeah.
You know, I skipped a small talk. I always do. Skipped it. And I was just talking. Deep shit, and we were doing that for days because we kind of just met, and then like day like 30, we were just on the streak. It's just deep, secret, and then it hit that wall. Like we was talking about. She was talking about, well, my anxiety started back then, this, that, and the other, and that's when it really peaked. And I was like, and since then I've learned how to control it even more than before that even happened. And then she's like, and what happened? And I was just like, oh. Nobody knows about that. Nobody can ever know about that. That's the one thing I take to the grave. Everybody
you
knows.
Take it to the grave, man.
Nah, I'll tell you eventually. When I'm like, I don't know. You'll know. You'll know one day. You'll know. It's only been a year, man. It feels like it's been so much longer. I've gone through so much progress since then, in every form of fashion. I've gained a lot of my weight back, almost back to 180. My mental stability is better than it's ever been since before that even happened. My anxiety is lower than it's ever been. Except for last week, but that's because everything was just... And I fucking had a freak out paranoia trip off the fucking weed.
Off the weed.
Off the weeds.
Man.
But like everything is just better. Like I got a nicer car. Like just like even material shit is better. Everything's just nicer. Smarter. Everything's just nicer.
Can't complain about that.
Nope.
There was something I was about to piggyback off of, but I forgot. Got caught up in my hypothesis. Fuck, what was I about to say, man? Oh yeah, it's usually not hard for like me to get to the point where like we start exchanging secrets with women.
Oh yeah, no, I'm quick.
Yeah,
It's first day for me.
I wouldn't say first date, but it's just like, I don't know. Something that I seen on Instagram yesterday. Me and my brother was talking about this. Shout out my brother. He has his own show too.
Law of energy.
The Law of Energy. LOY the show. Any platform, you could look that up. But I was talking to my brother and he was like, he said something to his mom, and his mom was like, "Oh, that's because you're a healer." And he was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And we was talking about it, or they was talking about it, and then he came back to me, and we was on the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, man, my mom told me I was a healer." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a healer too." And he was like, what makes us healers? And I was like, I don't know, but I've been attracting broken women all my life. It's been happening to me since fucking middle school, and it's like they always leave like me with something more than they came with. So I like to say I'm a healer. I feel like I'm adding to these women's lives, and I get some sort of satisfaction from doing that. But what I seen on Instagram was that healers have a lot of sexual energy because in like the spiritual realm or whatever. Sexual energy is
Yeah,
healing energy.
like they want to pay you back. Thank you. Fuck this pussy boy. Fuck it.
Yep. So you think you're a healer?
I don't know. I don't know what I am. That'd be like more like a like I don't like to say what I am. I don't like picking shit.
Speculate.
I like to speculate, but I don't like to like pick shit. Like that'd be a better question for you, you know me. Like, what do you think I am?
I don't know though, because it's like I don't know how you are with women. Like I know you know, you talk to women, but I don't know what your conversations consist of.
Well, it depends. Beforehand, I mean, I'm very like I'm vulnerable, but I'm not. Like they'll know.
Oh, it died.
Oh, it's recording still. Are we going?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, little technical difficulty there, aka the laptop died. Where were we? We were talking about
Are
vulnerability.
we leaving that in?
Yeah, yeah, we're leaving that.
I'm sorry. I saw something yucky.
Okay, phone down. Okay, what was I saying? I was saying something about vulnerability. Oh yeah, am I a healer? I think women are very like. A lot of people say I've gotten this a lot, especially women. They'll say I'm easy to talk to.
Okay.
And I think that's because
I think you just have people skills.
I do have people skills. That is it. That's
that is it.
Well, that's not it. But like that is a big part of it. That's what I meant.
That is all.
That's it. We're done. No, that's a big part of it. But I think also like I'm vulnerable pretty quick. Or like if they're like nervous to say something, like I'll drop something like, yeah, well, I did this one time. I'm fucking stupid too. Like I don't know. I'm just easy to talk to because I don't judge.
I don't judge either. I'm not a judgmental person at all.
Not
and
at
I
all.
always try to see like other points of view.
Yeah, I love a new point of
That's
view.
how you grow if you never see another point of view.
I
If you
love-
never look through a lens you haven't seen through, how the fuck are you gonna change your views?
I love a new point of view.
Oh God, it's just
That's why like if it's a big, not even if it's a big decision, if it's a decision in any way that affects anything, like I usually like to run it by somebody, anybody. But yeah, I'm usually vulnerable pretty quick with people, But like it's like surface level vulnerability. But like it seems deeper than most people are willing to go. Like I've skipped the small talk. I can't do small talk. It's very formal and not really personable. And that's not really how I roll. It's just it's formalities, and formalities are just kind of there just so you can say, oh yeah, we got to talking, but it's like you really didn't get to talking. What's your favorite color? Oh, you like Redskins? You like football? Nobody really gives a fuck.
It's like a little harder for me to do that because my life has been so fucking easy, like, and I'm so grateful. But it makes it kind of like I feel like it.
You can't relate.
That and like it takes away from the credibility of my advice because it's like, how are you gonna tell me this?
Yeah,
but
when
like
you haven't been through it.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm going through. I do
Yeah.
shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta understand, it's the reason that my advice is helpful, or I feel the reason my advice is helpful to other people.
Because he hasn't been affected.
I'm not. You feel me? My vision isn't clouded by past traumas, shit like that. It's like I got a clean fucking slate. My dad is at the crib. He's not there right now, but my dad lives with me. My aunt lives with me. I have half siblings, but it's like, you know, our parents are people too. They had lives before they decided to be parents.
Yeah, my life's been fucking easy as shit too.
Easy as hell, man. I
mean,
think that's
I just relate to
why
people
we,
with
like turned out so good.
Yeah,
Because like
we got the
what's
idea.
gonna stop us from doing that?
I think
And we have good parents.
I don't want to say I don't want to compare like shit here, but I would say just from my last year, the event of 2022, I'd say my life was a little harder. But
just because of that.
Just because of that, and not even like
and the things that ensued.
Yeah, but I'd say other than that, like we came up pretty perfect. Like we came up ideally. That's how like parents were like, I'm gonna raise my kid. It's gonna be like this. This is weird prime example of what it'd be like. Upper middle, both parents, nothing crazy. Fucking smart.
Intelligence.
And yeah, and we're not like nerdy loser weirdos.
That would be awful.
And here comes a commercial break.
Now a word from our sponsors.
All right, and to you that felt like 2 seconds, but that was actually 10 minutes. We had a little interruption there. A lot of interruptions this podcast. What's going on with that?
Hey, gotta make it do what it do, baby.
It do be doing shit and doing stuff. We were talking about growing up cool.
Growing up with intelligence.
Yeah.
And emotional maturity because we had untainted childhoods.
And a lot of it comes from just having a good best friend, I think.
A good homie does do you good, but it's gotta be a real homie.
Yeah. That's where a lot of people fuck up. They trust the wrong person.
Don't be real homies.
Yeah.
I got at least 2 real good homies.
Yeah.
That's going home for me real good.
Yeah, that you can grow with and grow off of. And then get advice from and shit.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, you got homies for different stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Homies are, like, you got homies for, every homie has his different skills. But I think for me and you,
homies don't got no skills.
We got a lot of wide range of skills.
He needs some new homies. They ain't got no skills.
Yeah, if you're talking to a bunch of the same people.
If you the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room.
That's true. But like, it is important to grow with your homies.
But it's like you can only do that so much. Sometimes you gotta leave a nigga behind.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We found, us two. We just keep going. Ain't never gonna stop.
Keep taking it to the top. I can never stop.
One hop. But yeah.
So there was like no like significant events in your childhood that like you remember, like where life was like different after the event happened.
No, there were some sad moments, like like nanny dying.
Yeah.
Or like people. There was like a moment where mom and dad were fighting for a little bit, not like literally, but like arguing, and they almost broke up. But like they worked it out.
That don't happen. Well, my dad went to prison when I was 5.
Yeah, that'll do you.
That'll do you something, but you know, he went to. Not only did he go to prison when I was 5, but he had an affair, had another kid that was with a woman that wasn't my mother. Obviously, if he had an affair, and you know, now I have a little brother, a little half brother. Chill little dude. I don't got no problems with him.
Yeah.
So you know, remember, people, your parents are humans.
Yeah.
They're not magical beings,
They're
even though
just-
it can feel like
They're
they are.
just grown-up kids.
Like
I saw that on Joe Rogan's podcast. Shout out Joe Rogan.
literally, they're grown-up kids. Well, every adult is a grown-up kid.
Mm-hmm. Trying to
like-
figure out how to do shit.
They didn't know shit at one point as well, and they still don't know everything. It does feel like they do because they know like vastly more than you, but they do not know everything, and they can be wrong.
Yeah. For instance, my girlfriend, she can't stay the night.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Explain how that makes sense. It's annoying for me because my parents are insanely rational, usually. And this is the first time they were ever irrational on a decision.
Usually.
Like, if they're like, no, you can't do that. Why? Because you could die, because of this, because of that, and that. Oh, okay.
Niggas die downtown.
Those are fair reasons, right?
Niggas die downtown.
Why can't she stay the night? I don't. Stupid reasons. But
Stupid wheezes.
the biggest of them being the like she's gonna get pregnant, and it's like
Do they know she's on birth control?
they know she's on birth control, and they know I'm fucking her already. So it's not like that's
Damn.
you know what I mean?
Like, I'm in a similar situation. Like, you know, I be having a select few shorties at the crib. I don't let just any shorty come to my crib. There are some shorties I know that will never
Yeah.
come to my house.
Well, I mean, interrupt you here. Well, I mean, fucking like when I first started going out there, like you know, trying to like they wouldn't let me bring
Running
just
the streets.
yeah. Like I understood that. Like don't bring you know I don't want this to be like a whorehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Don't bring nobody here that you're not gonna stay with for a while because you know you don't want everybody to know your address.
Exactly.
I understood that. That made sense, but that's logic. You know what I mean? But her not getting pregnant, like I'm not already fucking her, like, you know what I mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's definitely an understandable thought process. But my whole situation is I can have shorties at the crib. Now, mind you, I'm 19 years of age. That nigga's been on this earth for 19 years.
And you can have shorties at your dorm.
And I can have shorties in my dorm whenever I want. But I can't, like, I can have shorties at my room, at my house, but I can't close the door. Like, the door cannot latch. Like, what the fuck is that realistically doing? My mom knows I'm not a virgin. She knows I fucked this specific girl because she's at my house. Only one girl who's came to my house. Actually, no, 2 girls who've come to my house that I haven't fucked. But I cared about both of them. And I care about this one too. But my mom knows that we've been fucking. So it's like, why? And I'm not gonna fuck a girl in my room when my parents are 2 rooms down the hall. It's too risky. Like I don't want that awkward situation where I gotta see my mom the next morning after she was, you know, witnessing me get some sweet sugar walls. That's just not a fucking a position I want to be in.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like they don't trust me. It's like what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
What am
Have
I
you
gonna
asked
do
them that?
in my room? Nah, my parents are black. They don't go for questioning. I can't ask them no fucking questions.
I like the question because then they use the reasoning. It forces them to use some logic.
Yeah, but there is no logic with black parents. It's I'm your
I know,
fucking
I've
dad.
heard.
Shut up, nigga. Go to your room. Like there's shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it because my dad's taller and bigger than me. It's like I'm 6'4", 150 pounds, soaking wet. My dad's like 6'6", probably like 300 pounds. It's not happening. There's nothing I can do. And I remember like, okay, my dad was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm about to go get this girl. This is before, you know, she came over. He's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm about to go get this girl. He's like, what did I tell you about that? I was like, about what? He was like, when I ask you questions, stop being vague with me. And I was like, what do you want to know? He was like, stop fucking playing with me. Like, he's getting stern now. He's like, stop fucking playing with me. He's like, tell me where you going. I was like, I'm going to get the girl. She lives, like, by my school. And he was like, and my mom is sitting in the living room. She's like, can you tell him a street or something, please? He was like, I'm gonna smack this shit out of you. I'm like, and it's crazy because I really don't know what he wants from me, bro. Like, I'm trying. Like, I'm not a bad kid. Like, I don't go out of my way to piss my parents off. And it's like, I want to be like, hey, Dad, you know how, like, you be asking me to be less vague? Can you ask me, more specific questions so I could tell you exactly what you want to know? It's like a part of me doesn't even want to have that conversation because I feel like it's going to get wicked. Like, I don't know. My dad's old school. He's stuck in his ways. It's hard to get him to see things from other angles because he feels like he has the fucking almighty angle.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
He was like, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. And like, after he did
Mom be doing that sometimes. I be really vague with those questions.
He did the inhale, the deep breath. It's like, fuck, man. He's gonna hit me if I say some more dumb shit.
I tell them what they need to know. I don't tell them.
I didn't know what he wanted to know, bro.
I know, but you told him what he needed to know. He just was being irrational.
I was like, where, what? I'm going to get a girl. She lives. I was like, the library by my school. Do you know where that is? And he was like, get away from me. I was just sitting in the kitchen looking at the ceiling like, bro, what the fuck did I just do? Like, I didn't do anything wrong, I feel. But, that's my dad. I love him to death. Great father. He would do anything for me. He moved me fucking out of this city so I wouldn't become a gang member, which was never going to happen in the first place, but he was looking out for me because my dad was running the motherfucking streets. My dad was a real gangbanger. Y'all niggas' dads be claiming they was gangbanging. My dad was really doing that shit. My dad was up at 17, sitting on 6 figures. Selling fucking crack or whatever. I don't know what he was doing. I mean, he got locked up so I could talk about it. Nigga did his time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking parents. What type of parents you think you're gonna be?
I don't know. I think, I don't know. That's a good question. I ain't never thought about nothing like that.
What kind of parents you think you're gonna be, man?
I'll probably be like, I'll be probably a lot like my dad. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna be like my own style of parent. Just cause like there's nothing wrong. Well, I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong with the way my dad's parents, cause like he's kind of like a gorilla parent. Like it's like, dude, because I said so type shit. Like I'm your dad, that's why, nigga, type shit. I don't think I'm gonna be like that because that, like, I feel like that leads to resentment. It didn't with me because I'm logical. I know he wants the best for me. I know he's trying to protect me. But it's like, if you can make your child understand why something's wrong, I feel like they'll be more inclined to not do that because they know exactly what can happen. The repercussions, that's not just because you told them not to do it. I feel like that's where a lot of rebellion comes from because it's like, you can't even tell me why. Like, is it really a good reason why I shouldn't do this? I'm going to go do it and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being a parent sounds hard.
Yeah, it's probably one of the hardest jobs, if not the hardest job.
Because you got to, like, you know where you want your son to be. I always go with the son.
Responsible for that nigga life.
Like, you have a goal. You don't need to worry about what they're going to be like. You hope they're going to be a certain way so that, you got a cool son. But at the
that's for their sake.
Whatever they're like is up to them. But they need to reach a certain criteria in your head of independence and, like, strength. Can't have no pussy kid running around.
Yeah, nah, because life is not...
Because then you got to keep intervening.
Life is not good to pussies. Life is not good to pussies.
It's tough, like, not knowing where you want to go in life.
Tell me about it.
What you want to do.
Tell me about it. I have no idea where I'm going, bro. I'm going, though. I know that. I'll be there. I'm going to get there eventually. Because I'm not going to stop.
Like, I wish I could just, like, don't know. I don't know where I'm going either, really.
I think you know exactly where you're going.
Where?
You know what you want to be. You know what you want to do when you get out of school. You have an idea of where you want to live when you get out of school.
I mean, I don't know exactly what I want to be or what I want to do when I get out.
What are you
I
going
know
to
what
school
I'm
for?
I know I'm doing the PTA, but that's not forever.
Yeah, and then I thought you said you was going to take that money and do something else.
Exactly. I just don't know what that is yet. I don't know what the rest of my life's going to be like. I just know the next, like, 5
I don't
years.
think anybody knows what the rest of their life is going to be like.
Yeah.
They probably have an idea, or they know what they want their life to look like for the entirety, but to really know is impossible.
I got the next 4 or 5 years. The speed at which, like, life went, it was crazy. Like, I got out of high school and just sped up. Yeah. Like, it was like chop, chop.
My uncle was telling me, he was like, when you get out of high school, time is going to fly. Like, those 4 years of college are going to go fast.
I don't think time's flying for me. It's just, like, the pace of, like, movement. Like, oh, shit, I got to do this. Oh, fuck, I got to go to school. Oh, now I got to go to work. Oh, I got to work out and still keep my passions in order. It's like, damn. And I want to have fun. Okay, I got to go do that, too. It's not a lot of chill time, whereas before it was like, go to school, get out of school, work out, sit back a little bit, go have fun.
It's got to be adults.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And you got to balance it with the fun, which I've done a really good job of, I think.
Like, I have a little sister, so I'm getting to I'm at that stage in life where she'll be like, oh, like, I can't wait till I'm older to do. I'm like, no, you can wait until you're older, and you should, because being a kid is amazing. It's crazy because you really don't know just how fucking sweet that shit is.
I did in 12th grade. That's when I realized, like, I was not ready to graduate. I was like, fuck, I'm having so much fun. I don't want to graduate.
I was, because fuck that school.
But it was like someone was just pushing me off the balcony. Or
Bitch ass school.
The walking plank. Then they pushed me into the water and I had to swim, nigga, so I'm swimming. Every once in a while I find a log and have fun on it.
A log.
Some driftwood. Take a little break.
Fucking life. Shit is crazy as hell.
Having a girlfriend definitely, I think, is nice though. It helps. Like, it calms it down. Like, I have fun just doing nothing with her. Like, doing nothing by myself's not fun.
Yeah, I was like when Shorty was at my crib, like I could really find like a nice peaceful mindset to rest in when I got one of my hands on a butt cheek.
Yeah. Or like your head on a stomach or a titty.
Like,
or
just some contact.
Yeah, skin to skin, that oxytocin, man.
I don't know. It's like, that shit's crazy. Like, I was just laying in my bed. Nigga, we was watching Beyond Scared Straight. Some random shit. Just threw it on the TV. Like, I'm laying down. I found that one butt cheek.
Your head just gets clear, man.
I was like, I could go sleep right now.
Bro, literally, I be going to sleep so much just out of comfort. Not even, like, tired.
I don't be napping with shorties, but it's like, I can't. Like, I'll try. I've tried a couple times. It has happened. I think it's happened twice maximum in my life. And those are both, like, in recent years.
Yeah.
But yeah, having a woman around can definitely, especially one that you care for and you feel cares for you.
Yeah, exactly. It, like, when you care for her and it's reciprocated with her, like, her feminine energy too. Like, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
And she definitely has a lot of that. And it's like, when I see it, I always just, like, laugh or, like, chuckle a little. And she's always like, what? I'm like, nothing. But it's like, yeah, like, it's just real.
Gotta enjoy the little things in life, man.
Yeah.
Little things like that. I don't have $1 million. But I had some butt in my hand. That was enough.
That's an equivalent for sure.
Bro, that was enough for me at the moment, bro. Can't live off no butt in the hand, though.
But yeah, she's real. Like, I don't know. I like that feminine energy, man. It pairs so well.
Literally.
Like, I'm not the most masculine person. Not yet, at least. Like, I'm trying to get there, you know. I like being a man. I love being a man. I was telling Nick that one time. Like, I just love, like, masculine shit. Like, I like being big. I like being strong. You know, even if I'm not where I want to be, but, like, I like working towards it. I like the mindset too. Trying to keep that mindset, protecting others, shit like that.
I definitely am more like, I would say, like if I had to guess, I have a lot of feminine energy, but I would probably say if I had to work out the split, I'd probably say like 65-35. Like I have a lot of feminine energy, but I ain't no bitch. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between having feminine energy and being a fucking pussy. Because feminine energy is just things
Well, I think if you do feminine shit confidently, it becomes masculine.
Because nobody can stop you from doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then it's really not feminine shit. But you know what I mean? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm probably about the same breakdown. But I just view it differently.
35.
Yeah, I just view it differently because of like I said, when I do it confidently, I feel it.
Yeah, I don't really
feel masculine.
I don't really have to. I do have confidence, but I wouldn't say like I like exude confidence. Like
I get told
I'm not insecure at all, but like I'm not like how other people like view me doesn't even like cross my mind. Like that's why I say when I that's what I mean when I say I don't exude confidence, because I'm a very confident person, but like I feel like to me a confident person is gonna be like, oh, like I look better in this, or like I'm better
that's not confidence.
I'm better than him at this, and like shit like that.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like that thought is not even gonna cross my mind. Like I'm not even worried about what that nigga is gonna do in the same situation as me.
Unless they're coming, I'll have thoughts like that, but only if they come at me first.
Like directly.
Like if they're like I don't know. I can't think of an example. Like if somebody comes at me and they come at me with some negative shit, then I'm gonna break it down and be like, okay, I'm better than him than this, I'm better than him than that. This nigga's not a worry to me. I'm not worried about this guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm not gonna walk past everybody and be like, oh, his shoes suck, mine are better. He's not as big. Like I don't do all that. I'm not worried about nobody else.
Literally.
But I do get told I'm arrogant a lot. But I think that's just kind of my surface level demeanor. I think once you get to know me, I'm not as arrogant as you think. I just do shit confidently. I don't second guess a lot of my shit.
I think it's more like you're just unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna.
I think with Banana.
Well, it's kind of obvious now.
Yeah. I think with Banana, I'm a lot different though. Like I'm way more selfless with her, and it almost bothers me sometimes because I'm like, that's not me. You know, like I feel like I'm not me, but it is me. It's just a different side of me that
She just brings it out.
Yeah, I've just never seen that side before.
Bitch ain't never plucked your strings like that before.
Yeah, no.
I was about to say something there. I forgot. Fuck. Oh yeah, an example is like I told you the story about how I was at school.
And the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell the story real quick for the paraphrase it for the podcast real quick.
Yeah, I think it got cut out last time, so say it.
All right, so I'm at school, college campus, freshman year. I'm talking to some little shorties. I had some pretty like high up, like in the royalties. Like they had positions. Like the female friends I was talking to. Like I wasn't involved with any of these women, but there was this one girl. I was cool with Miss Freshman, and then the other shorty was Miss insert name of the building here. She was like the head of her building type shit. So I'm talking to them, and the Mr. Freshman nigga was right there. And I said something. I said, I reckon. That's what I said. Because that's in my vocabulary. That's a regular part of my vernacular. Well. I say I reckon a lot.
Me too.
And he was like, where are you from when I said that? I was like, Virginia. It's a school in North Carolina. He was like, that makes sense. And I was like, why? He was like, you just said I reckon. And I was like, yeah, I be saying shit that other people, I be saying shit that other niggas don't say. He was like, that's kind of corny. Like, he looked me right in my eye. He was like, that's kind of corny.
Oh, I think I told you already.
And then, like, I feel like another person would have instantly, like, started a comparison. I was like, in my head, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, he's really hating to my face.
I would have probably
right now.
started that comparison.
And then I plucked him out of my fucking head. Like,
I've done that. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But I think I probably would have just been like, I would have brushed him off in a different way. Probably would have. I don't know if it would have been a comparison, but it probably would have been for me like a, this nigga would prefer I be like everybody else.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And I would have turned away and never
like,
thought.
Am I a threat to you, nigga, by being different?
That reminds me of the janitor from my work. One second,
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen.
Hey, buddy. Why is it that every time I come over here to leave you a little video, she like message you and she's like, she's on deliver. What is up with that? I need to open so I can. What is up with that? Exactly. What's going on? Get it
Who is
together.
that?
This is your queen.
Jules.
Your passenger princess. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, Trevor. Can we see you in 4 days?
She's cool. She's got a lot of energy.
I was gonna say, what was that about? Is that me? Give me that.
I'm taking a picture of Mike.
Oh, I was about to say. Is that me?
It's watching you.
I thought you took a picture of me.
You are the corner.
I was gonna send her a snap back, bro, and be like, "Well, we're doing something right now."
What was I saying? Oh yeah, that reminds me of the motherfucking the janitor at my work. And that was the first time I'd ever been disrespected to my face. The first time was he was in the cafeteria. We spend most of the time in the cafeteria. My job at a elementary school is where I work, and head janitor comes in, and I work with one other lady named A. We'll just call her A, and he was talking to A, and I'm like watching the kids, and I go to walk by them talking to get closer to the kids to make sure I'm watching the kids, and he just points at me. And then, like, does his finger to, like, come here. Like, hey, come over here. Like, didn't say nothing, just pointed. Didn't even look at me. Like, if you're him, you're me. He just went.
What the fuck?
And, like, the fucking bitch I was in that moment, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, I went over there and responded to it like a dog. And after I did it, like...
I probably wouldn't have went over there, too, but it's like...
I went over there and I walked over there, and I immediately felt disrespected. I was like, I just listened to it. I literally looked back like that. I was like... I just walked over here. And then I looked at him. He was like, you need to stop speeding down here because there are cops down here and they've been, pulling people over. You need to stop speeding. And I was like, uh-huh. Because I was too busy thinking about how I just got disrespected. And then he's going to come over here and tell me not to speed like he's the fucking cop. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I purposefully sped for the rest of the week. I purposely sped for a month. And then in the morning, early in the morning, 6:30, crack a butt.
Crack a
I woke up at 5, got there at 6:30.
Crack a butt in the morning.
Crack a butt in the morning. I'm laying on the fucking table that this nigga never cleans. Doesn't even matter if he cleans it. I'm laying on the table. Whatever. And I don't even have my shoes on, man. This guy got Crocs. I took them off. And there's no kids, so I can do that. There's nobody there to watch. I can sit on my phone. I can do whatever I want. And I do it every day, man. I wait for the fucking first kid to come in. First kid comes in. I go sit next to him, make sure he's not going nowhere, killing himself, doing whatever. And so I'm laying there, and he comes in, talks to A, my coworker, and is like, "Hey, where's your partner in crime?" And then she's like, "Oh, he's right here," points at me. And then he's like, "Get off that table." And I sat up. I sat up. I was like, "Here's my moment." This nigga, he's not gonna get me again. Job, I sat up, looked at him. I was like, "No." That's exactly what I said. No. I was like, "Nah, I won't." And then he like stutter step like this. He was like, "Get off that table," and then pointed at me. I was like, "Nah, I might clean this motherfucker when I get off. We'll see, but I'm not getting off." And then he was like, he just walked away. And then later, like an hour and a half later, I go to check and see if the buses are here, and he's out there on the phone like this, talking to my boss. My boss texts me. She was like, "He said you're sleeping on the table." I was like, "I was not asleep. I was on that table, though." And then she was like, I was like, "But before you go, listening to what this nigga has to say, maybe you should know that he does not like me." And, oh, fuck, I just shot some shit over there.
I was about to say, what the fuck just hit me?
I was like, before you go listening to what his dumb ass has to say, I'd want you to know that there was no kids, and I was perfectly comfortable on that table. And she was like, "Oh, so you were just laying your head down?" I was like, "Oh, no, I was sprawled out on that bitch." But nobody was in there, and she was like, "Oh, okay." She didn't care. I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I appreciate you. I really appreciated that." I was like, "Oh, I appreciate you, too." Yeah, that standing up for yourself is important. Even in little ways like that minor disrespect he tries to send me. He ain't talked to me since. I flick him off every time I drive past him now. Fucking
You
prick.
be doing that.
I do that a lot.
You're a middle finger giver.
I am. I hand it out.
I don't really be doing that.
Shit, we gotta conclude here.
Right now?
Oh, wait. No, we don't. We're an hour in. We got about 15 more minutes in this. We gotta wrap it up now.
Wait, is that including the last recording?
Yeah, we're 50. We're 60 minutes in right now. Total.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Standing up for yourself. It's like, because I was soft hearted growing up. Like, I ain't getting no metaphorical hair on my nuts until about
Metaphorical.
Yeah, metaphorical. You know, I've been had hair, like actual physical hair on my nuts. But like the metaphorical hair on my nuts, hair on my chest.
10th grade for me.
10th grade, it was definitely later for me. I would probably say like, I don't know, man. It might have came like the summer after senior year. But it's like I'm not a fucking dickhead. Like, I'm a good person, so it's like it never really bit me. Because nobody would fuck with me.
Yeah, nobody fucks with me.
I was cool with everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Even in middle school, I was cool with the band kids. I was cool with the nerds. I was cool with the hood niggas. I was cool with everybody, bro.
I've always, not always, but I've gotten picked on a couple of times in my life. And I always eventually would draw the line. Like, I'd be like, all right, no more. Nah. And they never get to that point for me. Like, it would happen one time with anybody. Like, they would catch me off guard at first. Now it doesn't catch me off guard. Now I know how to stand up for myself. But for a while, it would be like, up until 10th grade, not every year, but every now and again, it's probably been like 3 or 4 times in my life. There was just a couple moments where someone would do something, pick on me, make fun of me or whatever. And then I was caught off guard in the moment. But I played it off pretty well. But then I'm like, you know, I later that day I'm thinking about it because I got disrespected. And then in my head, I'm like, no more. And it never happened again. Every time. Never happened again. It would never happen. I'd draw the line, and then they would never fuck with me again. And it always made me mad because I always wanted to get in a fight. And lately, I've been wanting to get into a fight more than ever.
That's why I brought that up. Because my metaphorical nut hair came so late, it's like, now I'm trying to make up for lost time.
Literally.
Like, I want a nigga to press me.
Yeah.
So I can fire off.
That's how I felt about the janitor, man. I wanted to fight the fuck out of that guy.
Beat the old dude's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, but it was kind of interesting because that's how Kel was at school. Like, going to elementary school with Markel was like entertainment. Nigga, were you in any of me and Kel's classes in like 4th or 5th grade?
No, but I heard stories.
Markel was a desk flipping ass kid.
Yeah, Miss Hagen, like,
bro.
Desk at him?
Yeah, like, there was a lot of desk flipping in my when Markel was around. Like, because anytime a teacher would piss Markel off, go to the office, you know, that was always the line. Go to the fucking office. He's flipping something on the way out. he's gonna find something flippable on the way out. He's gonna make a fucking exit when he leaves. Just to let you know he pissed you. Like, you pissed him off. Like, that's why he's flipping shit. It's like he wants there to be consequences. Even if they aren't like severe, he's like, hey, I did fucking something. And that's something I respect about Markel, because he's still like that. Like, if he doesn't want to do some shit, he's not going to do it. Like, he just didn't go to work for like a couple days the other day because his manager said something to him. And it's like, I respect it though, because I wouldn't, like, me back then, I wasn't flipping shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't flip a goddamn thing. I wouldn't flip a pencil off my desk.
Hell no, not back then.
Hell no. Elementary school, Markel been on that shit, bro.
It was really, I wouldn't say it's the fear of the teacher, it's the fear of my future.
It was the fear of my fucking parents. I used to get double ass whoopings.
Yeah.
Mom would whoop my ass, and then my dad would go home and whoop my fucking ass. And that was enough for me.
For me, it was the fear of fucking up my, like, the rest of my life. Because they would always use that. Like, you fucking get kicked out of the school, man. Well, shit, I don't want to get kicked out of the school. I don't want to be a retard.
I think Markel said, fuck school. That nigga got expelled. Nigga hit a teacher. Like, Markel's a demon, bro.
Did he fight Johnny?
Yeah, he beat Johnny's ass.
I remember that.
Johnny's a cool dude these days.
You know Johnny?
I don't talk to him, but I've talked to him a couple times.
How do you know him?
I've known him my whole life. He went to Y camp. But, like, we'll have, like, quick conversations.
What Johnny are you talking about?
Tobler?
Talking about the gay one, eh?
Oh, yeah. I just didn't, because I was supposed to, you didn't go to Sandusky, and he went to Sandusky Middle School, and you didn't go there. So I was like, how the? Oh, but you did go to Heritage, and he went to Heritage.
Mm-hmm. He's cool. He's gay, but he's cool. Like, he's obnoxiously gay, you know?
Yeah, nah, like
being gay is cool.
He's been like that all his life. Like, he's been flamboyant as fuck.
Oh yeah, he's been flamboyant. I thought you say obnoxious.
No, not gay. He's been like. You
see my face?
Yeah, you was like.
You're like.
Nah, like we used to play dodgeball on the blacktop, and Johnny was doing shit like he used to do like a cartwheel and like pick a ball up in the middle of the cartwheel. Like he was doing shit. I swear to God, I've seen him do that, bro. Like that's a true story. I just pulled out my memory bank.
He would do a ballerina twirl to dodge.
Yeah, like he did a cartwheel, picked the ball up, and threw it on the way up. Like he was doing shit like that in elementary school, bro.
No, yeah, he has always been.
I seen that coming.
He's always been awkward, like strange, not awkward, just different.
Queer.
That's
the politically correct way to use the term queer. So
yeah.
We ain't offend nobody.
He's always been, yeah. I've always noticed him queer, and he did used to get picked on a lot at the Y camp. I remember that. But me and mostly Carter. I would say me sometimes, cause I wasn't. I'd pick on people, but I wouldn't pick on people. Like I would never call them like. I don't know. Once I saw it hurt their feelings, like I wasn't fucking with it. Like I don't hurt nobody's feelings if I don't have to. Yeah. Especially Johnny's a cool dude. Especially back then. I mean, he is, especially now. But like, back then he was like, you know, he was an innocent kid. So it was like, I'm not gonna let him get picked on. And Carter's his cousin, so it's like, we would defend him.
I did not know that.
But yeah, he wasn't. But he's obnoxiously gay these days. He's cool. Yeah. He's like really a nice dude. But that thing that is annoying sometimes.
So one of the shorties I talked to is friends with him, and I got a call from her like random FaceTime, and I ain't answer it, but I called her back, and when I called her back, he answered the phone, and I didn't know it was him though. Like all I saw was red hair in the camera. It was a nigga. Like I could see like forehead and red hair, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? And why are you on Shorty's phone calling me? And he was like, it's Johnny. I was like, who the fuck is Johnny? I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, we went to elementary school. I was like, oh shit, you know what's going on? I remember exactly what I said. I was like, can I help you, my brother? Like, what the fuck? Where are you calling me? He was like, yeah, I just hadn't talked to you. I was like, yeah, it's been a brick. But yeah. And then, okay, so there's Johnny. And then, you know, the other, I don't know what that person is. How can I
just say it? You're running out of time, man. You get about 8 minutes on your hands.
All right, so you know Isaiah. I don't know his sexuality. I don't want to assume it either.
Isaiah, black or white?
Light skin.
Holy shit! I don't know.
The fashion one.
Fashion one. You know this nigga, bruh. I was about to say, yeah, you know this.
Yeah, the guy who looks like Prince. He looks like Fat Prince, chubby Prince.
I guess. I almost fought him in the elementary school, cause same shorty from the Johnny situation where he called me from her phone. Who? Mm-hmm. Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah. Yeah.
I don't know if he was by pans, whatever. You know, there's so many fucking letters.
Well, I'm just assuming he's gay.
I ain't want to assume nothing.
I'm assuming.
Trevor's assuming I'm not. I'm gonna put that out there. Same shorty from the Johnny situation. I dated her in elementary school, so you know that's my girlfriend. I missed school for some reason. I come back, niggas talking about some. Isaiah was talking to your girl. You know, elementary school, that's a lot. Like talking is like
what?
Like yeah, like nigga, what? He was talking about a girl, so I'm pressing him, and it's like, you know, we almost fought, but you know he wasn't on that, and I wasn't either. But I was acting like I was. I did not want to fight that nigga.
Remember when I got called racist?
That was interesting. That was a very interesting point in time, cause it's like, did them niggas have nothing better to do?
Yeah.
Like that's what they decided to do with their time on that fucking
concoct a racist scandal.
Racist scheme.
Wait, what?
They fucking pulled racism out of thin air.
Yeah, literally. I wore a do-rag and I got called a racist.
Oh.
Like what? That's a racist? If I put a sombrero on, is that racist?
If you wore like a flannel sweater and like a wristwatch and then some Vans, and then stood next to me, like hugging me in a picture, would you be white?
No, because if you actually wore a sombrero in like Mexico, they would fuck with that. Like they would.
Yeah, I was about to say, if I think the sombrero is hard, if I fuck with the sombrero and I put it on, I feel like that's not racist. If I'm making fun, like if I'm dressing up as a Mexican for Halloween and I put a sombrero on, that's a little different because it's like,
But
this
some
is what
racism is funny. Like that's funny.
it's funny, but it's like not to everybody.
I get that.
Not to everybody.
I get that.
It's
Okay.
offensive to some people.
Okay, that's
for
cool.
Some fucking
That makes
reason.
sense, right? But I know we're on the same page here. But like, me wearing a do-rag wasn't even trying to. Well, I guess I was trying to be funny, but like, I had 2 black people next to me. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
There was 2 black people in that picture.
And they the one who came up with the name Trevquelous. Won't even me.
Trevquelous. That's actually a callback because you said that earlier today.
I know.
In the intro.
Yeah, it
That
was all part of
wasn't-
my plan. I knew
I
we
was
were
about
going
to
here.
Oh, I didn't.
I
was about to
neither.
say-
I didn't either.
I was about to say that wasn't planned. I was literally just about to.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It didn't make sense.
They was bored.
Very.
I had a shorty come to my defense. I was like, yo, if I have to put this female on you, she will beat your ass for me. So let's not take it there, please. And I didn't even put no fucking do-rag
I didn't
on.
even say nothing.
I am black. She was coming at me. What the fuck are you mad at me for? I didn't put the fucking do-rag on.
Bro, I didn't have to say shit. My
Hell
niggas
no.
came in defense. It was like,
we fucking
I called
assembled.
niggas assemble. And it was just like,
Cause it's
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Cause we can let them tarnish your fucking reputation. Once you get labeled as a racist, it's
yeah,
it's
yeah, you can't.
it's like a step down from being registered as a sex offender.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everybody just knows you're that guy now.
Yeah, you know, he's racist.
He's right. Imagine if you had to how you have to register as a sex offender. Imagine you have to register as a racist. And like there was
Hi, I'm a registered racist.
Yeah. I'm Trevor and I'm racist.
I once drove a bus into 20 black people.
Hi, Trevor.
I wore a do-rag on Instagram. Thought it was cool.
I
don't
wore a
know.
cloth on my head one time. I'm racist.
Yeah, one time I put that silky smooth do-rag on. And changed my name.
It's been downhill ever since.
I legally can't smoke Swisher Sweets anymore.
They said that was only for black people.
I'm also banned from Jordans.
Can't wear Jordans. I can't eat chicken.
Unless it's baked and
Baked or grilled
seasoned with
chicken.
salt and pepper. Anyways, yeah, I moved into the neighborhood and I'm down there with the Prius. That's me.
235.
Down there with the Prius. Not allowed to get a Hellcat, by the way. Anyways, if you need me, if you need any sugar or anything like that, got it. Don't ask for sweet tea. I'm not allowed to have that either.
Yeah, man. I think this has been another motherfucking episode of 2 niggas that suffer from fucking success.
Too much of it.
Too much of this goddamn success.
It's all over.
What is all this? All kinds of success.
What is that?
It's success, man.
Oh, man.
Damn, man.
So much success.
All kinds.
Drenched.
Soaking, drowning, dripping.
Like that do-rag.
So much success. Suffering.
Yeah. All right.
All right.